Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of Executive MBA Class 2020, Rotterdam School of Management. I am Alina van Duin, Associate Director of Executive MBA Program. However, I do hope that you still remember me, so I don't even have to tell you who I am. It is extremely exciting to connect with you, be it this way in a virtual event, and it's so fun to see you all again. Today, we acknowledge and celebrate countless hours of work, hard work, dedication, and determination. It's a great achievement. But also, we celebrate and applaud all your friends and family members, because you all know you will not be able to do it without them. They have been a great support and a vital help for you to be today where you are. Thank you. I have the pleasure to be Master of Ceremony for today's afternoon. However, before we get started, let us show you where we really are. You might think it's a campus, but in fact, it is not. Take a look.
Is the RSM graduation ceremony.
We have started. I do hope everybody is in a very festive mood, because I am. So our program today has several different components, and they are appearing here at the screen as we speak. So there will be a combination of few speeches, formal speeches from the dean, but also awards and honors, and your speeches, students' speeches. So we will be starting with a welcome from our dean. But before we do so, a little bit of practicalities. So it is great seeing many of you wearing your cap and tassel. If some of you are still not wearing it, make sure you have it close at hand. And more instructions will follow very soon. Today's ceremony is going to be recorded, so the link will be shared later and you can watch it over and over again. So let me first introduce our first speaker, Nicola, who recently relocated from her native country, South Africa, to the Netherlands. She joined our RSM community as a professor of corporate marketing and Dean of Executive Education in August last year. She's responsible for RSM's private degree programs, as well as the school's customized and open executive education programs. May I introduce you, Professor Nicola Klein.
Thank you, Alina. And hello to the graduating EMBA class of 21. We're standing in this amazing venue, and I can see all of your images. There are a few of you who haven't turned on your cameras, but nearly all of your images on screen. It's absolutely fantastic to be able to be here with you today. And I was going to say some of my own words, but then I thought I'd actually rather focus on one of my heroes. And as Alina mentioned, I'm from South Africa, and of course you can't not be South African and have Nelson Mandela as a hero. But one of the speeches that he gave shortly after his release from prison in the early 1990s spoke about climbing mountains. And I'd like to read a brief excerpt and then comment on it. So Mandela, or Madiba, as South Africans call him, said, "I have walked that long road to freedom. I've tried not to falter. I've made missteps along the way. But I've taken a moment here to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista that surrounds me, to look back on the distance I have come." Now, I guess we can't really say that the EMBA is a road to freedom. It might be a road to other things. But when Madiba speaks about the long road and taking a moment to pause and to look back and to celebrate, I think that's incredibly apt. Not only have you done something difficult, I don't think any MBA is easy, least of all an RSM MBA, but not only have you completed an MBA, you've managed to balance the demand of work, of family, of doing a degree, and doing your degree under some of the most difficult circumstances that I think anybody has in modern history. And I refer here, of course, to the corona crisis. So it's a fantastic opportunity today to look back and perhaps celebrate the person that you were when you started on this degree is not the same person that is sitting here today, to appreciate that journey, to pat yourself on the back. It's also a really important day, I think, to celebrate with those who've supported you in the journey. And for many of you, that involves family, it's friends, it's loved ones, it may be work colleagues. Please take a moment also to say thank you to them, to let them celebrate with you, but also to send your appreciation to them. And of course, I think it's really important to acknowledge that as you've climbed this mountain called the EMBA, there are people inside RSM who've also made things happen. Your faculty, the program directors and management teams that have supported you, the coaches that have played a role. So part of taking in the great vista of today is, of course, to take that moment to celebrate, to be congratulated, but also to appreciate. Madiba, though, went on to say, "I've discovered the secret that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb." And concludes by saying, "I can only rest for a moment, for with freedom come responsibilities, and I dare not linger, for my long walk is not ended." So today should be a phenomenal celebration, but it's also about looking forward. And of course, in trying to be the force for positive change, supporting our alumni to be the force for positive change, what we hope is that your MBA is an indispensable tool in your rucksack, the tools that you've learned, that we've given or you've taken an ability to actually climb the hills that face you. And we have some big ones in our world. They're not just our personal hills. We have hills that we need to climb as a global society, that MBA is going to stand you in good stead. Please don't forget that as you go climbing those mountains and hills, we're here. You're part of a community at RSM. You may have joined it, but you can't leave it. You're going to be one of our very precious alumni, and we look forward to supporting you in the years to come. But that's all the future. Let's get back to the current celebrations today, and I'm going to turn back to Alina and hand her over to you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Alina.
Thank you very much, Nicola, for your inspiring words. Let us continue our program with the official welcome by RSM Dean, Professor Ansgar Richter. Let's hear what he has to say to us.
Dear graduating Executive MBA class of 2020, As Dean of RSM, it is my great honor to reach out to you to congratulate you on this very special day. A memorable day, without doubt, as you have now officially graduated from your Executive MBA program here at RSM with us. As your graduation arrives in still very challenging times, it is even more important to focus on your success and to celebrate your accomplishments. We continue to celebrate the good things in our lives, and your graduation is certainly one of those moments. You have officially graduated from the RSM Executive MBA program, and from now on, you are a valued member of our alumni community. I would have much preferred to celebrate this moment with you and your families so that I could have congratulated you in person and handed out your diplomas. But sadly, the current pandemic meant that your in-person ceremony could not take place. But what hasn't changed is the fact that what you have achieved during your time at RSM is truly outstanding. Despite the pandemic, you have worked very hard to successfully complete your program. And here you are now, graduating with your MBA degree. Your program has been an intense journey for you. And I hope that you will look back at this period and as a rich and rewarding experience, and that you will benefit from it and cherish it for the rest of your lives. Please keep reaching out to us whenever we can be of help to you, as likewise, we will continue to reach out to you. Please also keep nurturing the RSM spirit, which is yours now, and be a force of positive change, helping people and organizations to thrive. On behalf of all of us at RSM, congratulations on all you have accomplished and on all that is yet to come. Stay connected with us at RSM and with your fellow graduates. I wish you all the very, very best.
Thank you very much, Ansgar. Now we are moving to the highlight of our graduation ceremony, which is diploma presentations. However, before we get there, Anne van Dam, who is Director of Program Operations, is joining me on stage right now. Together with her and with our wonderful, wonderful teams, we have worked really hard, especially in the past year, to make sure that no matter what, you are where you are today. Anne.
Thank you, Alina. It's fantastic to be here and to see you all here live in Rotterdam from wherever all of you are. And being part of the Executive MBA, as to echo Nicola's words, is always an intense experience. It's always made to challenge you, to grow you, to transform you. Little did we know 2 years ago when you started your journey how true that would be for all of you. And if you cast your mind back to 2 years ago in January, what a different world it was, right, Alina? Remember how it all started? So many stressed people during that first week, do you remember?
Yes, and then I remember all the Novotel nights. You quickly found each other in the bar. Of course, you enjoyed the lectures, but I think there was already so many beginnings of new friendships. And you remember the very last day of the start week? We have given you drums. And I still wonder what you think about it now, because you think, I'm going to join the Executive MBA program, serious stuff, and then you are playing drums on your first week. But hey, you stayed because you are here with us. And a few months later, we went to South Africa. Also for me, it was the very first time that I went there. So many emotions that I experienced together with many of you. Inspiring lectures, township visit. For many of us, it turned to be an unforgettable experience. Long nights and conversations in hotel bars, and tired at breakfast. And let's not forget, last year came with new experiences we have never expected. We all found ourselves on Zoom, together with our children, family members, cats and dogs, actively participating in Zoom lectures. By now, I think all of them are also ready to get their MBA degree as well.
All of those memories, and I'm sure there are many more that we haven't talked to and that we don't know of, and I'm sure that's a really good thing. The hard work, the fun, the frustration at times, all of that culminates now in this moment where we are to officially graduate you. And we are particularly proud of the journeys that you've all gone through together. You faced so much uncertainty, and you've changed and grown so much. In a moment, we will start the video with all the little videos that you have joined and sent to us. If you aren't already wearing your cap and tassel, please do so for the end of that video, at which point we will do a symbolic change from the tassel side to represent your official graduation and you joining the alumni corps. So class, Executive MBA of 2020, this is your official graduation moment.
Congratulations, Executive MBA class of 2020. You are now officially graduated. So now it's the moment to make sure you wear your cap. We are now going to actually show the symbol of the graduation. My assistant here on the stage is going to show the trick. Moving a tassel from right to left symbolizes the moment of graduation. Anne, could you demonstrate again from right to left? From right to left. I think everybody has practiced now sufficiently. Now we are going for the real thing. So on 3, we all move the tassel from right to left. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. So let us return to our next part of the program, the Dean's Honors and Honors with Distinction. Let's find out more what this exactly means, as the registrar, Eveline Weinmalen, will explain this to us.
Congratulations on your achievement. Well done. You just graduated. My name is Eveline Weinmalen, and I'm the registrar for the MBA programs. One of our most important tasks during the program is to uphold its academic standards, and so making sure that the piece of paper that you receive now, or will soon, your diploma, is of a very high value. The crown on your hard work, so to speak. Talking about a crown, I have the privilege to introduce this year's Dean's Honors and Dean's Honors with Distinction. Dean's Honors is awarded to the most excellent students of your program by the examination board. This is always a very exciting moment, and I'm sure also for you, as I'm about to disclose who made it to the list. The minimum requirement for the Dean's list is a GPA of 8.5 out of 10. Then the highest achievers on the Dean's Honors list receive Dean's Honors with Distinction. Those with Dean's Honors and Distinction will receive an additional certificate, and it is mentioned on your transcript. Well done, another congratulations. I'm very proud of you, especially as this year has been extra challenging for all of us because of the current pandemic. And now, without further ado, let's reveal the stellar graduates.
What a great achievement of the graduates who have obtained their honors and distinctions. Big round of applause and congratulations. Let us move on to another element of our event. Every graduation ceremony, we recognize the students who made a difference for you during the program with her or his resilient personality, great energy, initiative, and setting the right example. Your MBA program experience was made more special because of the diverse and unique personalities in your cohort. You have made friends and relationships for life. We applaud and are very proud of each one of you. You all brought something unique to this program. For the Executive MBA class of 2020, we have 3 people who received the highest amount of votes from their classmates. And those students are So, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good. Fatma, how are you feeling? Excited?
very excited. I cannot believe. Yeah, it's a proud moment, I would say.
Good. How about you, Koen?
Well, according to my Garmin, heart rate 150, so very excited.
Oh, excitement is on, indeed. Clément, how about you? How do you feel?
Very excited too. I don't have such a quantitative measure of it, but very, very happy to be here.
So I'm going to keep you a little longer with this stressful moment of excitement. Let me explain a little bit more about the award. So the person elected will receive the award and cash prize of 2,500 euros because he or she truly embodies the spirit of the class and sets the right example. And now is the time to reveal the winner. The Student Award goes this year to Koen Krijns.
Wow!
Congrats.
Wow! Amazing!
Congratulations, Koen.
Thank you.
What do you have to say? What do you
I was
feel
already
now?
quite speechless when I got the nomination, and I must say I'm really speechless now that I actually won the award. Luckily, I jotted down a couple of things beforehand. Let me start by thanking everybody that voted for me. Thank you very, very, very much. It means a lot to me. Beforehand, I was thinking when I got the nomination, but what could it be? What could be the main reason why so many of you voted for me? Maybe it was the many questions I asked in class. I remember when I received the Best in Class Contribution Award in Murray's Managerial Accounting. I was just as flabbergasted as I am right now, because I'm not an accountant guru, or quite the contrary. But I think Romina explained to me later why she and some other people voted for me. And she told me, you asked all the questions that helped all the others understand the various concepts even better. And it's maybe something that's part of my personality as a former tech journalist. I always had two simple rules. There are no such thing as stupid questions, and always try to connect all the new things you've learned to the things you already know. And if you don't see the connection, just simply ask how it fits. So I hope by asking a lot of questions, I helped a lot of you understanding everything even better. And maybe another reason might be my competitiveness, why many people voted for me. I think the people from the amazing B6 and the notorious A7 and the great B8 all know my life motto. If something looks like a challenge, if something sounds like a challenge, and if something smells like a challenge, it is a challenge. And things like winning all the challenges in Johannesburg, or acing all the with B6 and acing all the presentations with A7 are some of my best memories from the MBA. And although that may sound striving, I hope that I always try to get the best out of everyone while keeping a fun spirit and trying to get the best results. So I don't know why you voted for me. Once again, I am really, really, really happy that I won this award. And I want to thank everybody for making this MBA journey unforgettable. And I'm really grateful that I could help make your MBA journey unforgettable as well. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Koen, once again. And on behalf of RSM, and of course, the whole EMBA team, congratulations. Moving on to our next highlight of this afternoon. It is a tradition at RSM graduation ceremony to prepare a farewell speech on behalf of the class. Pedro Carmo was voted by the EMBA class to deliver the speech today. Let's watch what he has to say.
Anna, where is Diana?
Don't know. Did you check in the office?
Oh man, I need to shoot a video for RSM.
Pedro, you should have done 2 weeks ago.
Oh man.
Bye-bye.
Hello everyone. I'm honored to be the class speaker at the graduation ceremony of the RSM Executive MBA class of 2020. What a journey this has been. In the first days of 2019, 111 human beings thought it would be a good idea to fit 50 assignments in the following 24 months. What were they thinking? And in the last days of 2020, as your final grades were announced, I read all your messages in social media stating how wonderful this experience had been. And I wondered if the sleepless nights had somehow fried your brains. I had to wait until a few weeks ago to get my final grade. As I entered those series for the last time, I finally understood you. So proud. Proud of what we have achieved, but most importantly, of when we have achieved it. We did it in a time of extreme uncertainty and need. When the realization of what we have accomplished finally sank in, I was overwhelmed with an array of feelings. And as a strong believer, that sharing feelings is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of trust, here are the 5 feelings that I was experiencing then, and I hope you share them with me. Gratitude to our loved ones that encouraged us from the beginning and supported us the whole way.
The past 2 years were not easy on us, but it was equally difficult for the ones close to us. We were not around as much as we should, and when we were not the best of the companies, but they didn't fail us. How many times when we felt things were just about to fall apart, and there they were, steering us right back to track. They kept their faith in us. This is a debt of gratitude that will take us lifelong to repay. So let's start from here and now. To our family and friends, from the bottom of our heart, thank you.
Appreciation to this school and its professionals for helping us grow. We will proudly hail to the world the diploma that you give us today.
It's been 50 years since the first RSM class, and it was in 1985 when the MBA program was launched. RSM has come a long way in building its credibility and reputation as a forward-thinking tank. But I'm sure what has happened in the last 12 months alone has been something quite unprecedented. It's been a change that tests commitment and dedication, and RSM has come through with one objective in mind: to ensure that we have the best possible learning experience. The support from the school quite simply has been amazing. And so, I'm sure I say this on behalf of everyone. Thank you, RSM. Thank you for providing us with such an amazing journey. Thank you for the inspiring lectures, professors, study trips, school events, for the platforms that have allowed us to build such long-lasting bonds, for the memorable Mexican buffet at Maria's Canteen and the endless Snickers bars that I'm sure some of us still have a stash of. Thank you for the most amazing faculty, staff, professors, who've not only become our mentors, but at times our therapists, to make the most out of this journey. And so RSM, it's because of you that today, despite all odds, we are here graduating. Thank you again.
Nostalgia of the friendships we made. It will be hard to leave you, but it is impossible to forget you.
Fridays were always super stressful. We had to run to take the public transportation or beat the traffic to get to school on time. But as we entered the Bale building, we were super excited, super happy, because we were about to see the only people on earth that were understanding our challenges. These colleagues became friends, best friends. We worked together, we laughed together, we cried together. We traveled together, we did Center Park together. And of course, we drank together a lot. And we learned a lot from each other. Lessons that we will cherish all our life. A journey is best measured in friends, not in miles. And we will always remember to support and help each other. My friends, we did it together.
Excitement. Today, we move from relief of finishing this journey to belief that we harness the potential to make a difference.
We learn to self-assess. We learn to self-assess so we can be the best that we can be. We also learn to assess others so they can be the best that they can be. And we learn to assess the situation, to be able to see alternatives. And we learn to assess our options, so we can be closer to doing the right thing. And we will be committed to our approach, and we will be committed to our decisions, but we will be flexible in our approach, because we are ready. We are ready to lead. We are ready to inspire. We are ready to show the way. We are no longer the leaders of tomorrow. We are the leaders of today.
Responsibility The knowledge that we have acquired is a blessing, but the blessing that is not used becomes a curse.
2 years ago, we wrote the I will statements. When we did it, we felt entitled to our dreams, but the world has changed, and the harsh reality has pushed some of our dreams away. The gap between reality and our dreams may shrink, but because of our actions. If we move at high speed, we will not gamble with our future. If we move with resilience, we will overcome the adversities. And if we move with persistence, we'll not fail. Consistent effort is the key to success. The time to dream is over. The time to act is now.
We expressed our gratitude to our families. We showed our appreciation to the professionals of this school. We promised not to forget our cohorts. We vowed to lead others, to make this world better. Today and tomorrow, we take the spotlight away from us, because this is never about ourselves. The true measurement of success will depend on our impact in others. How many lives we have improved, how many people we have inspired, how little regrets we have, and also how many good stories we can tell. And those stories are scripted, directed, produced, and starred by us. So let's make them memorable. We need to start small, wherever we are, regardless of that being
in the Netherlands,
in Sweden,
in Belgium,
in Belarus,
in Serbia,
in Ivory Coast,
in Portugal.
And then we take those stories wherever the future will take us. We are an army, not built for war, but for positive change. And so I ask you, are you fired up?
Ready to go.
Fired up?
Ready to go.
Fired up?
Ready to go? Let's go!
Are you fired up?
Ready to go.
Are you fired up? Ready to go!
RSM Executive MBA Class of 2020. Are you fired up?
Thank you, Pedro, and of course your speakers, for this moving speech. It is indeed remarkable how many experiences, learnings, and reflections you can accumulate in just only 2 years. You've captured it really beautifully, Pedro. As we now move toward the end of our ceremony, and you are now officially alumni of RSM, we would like to welcome you to our alumni network. Graduation marks the start of a continuing journey as alumni, and a whole new phase will now open up for you. And please stay connected with us.
Congratulations, your hard work's paid off and you are now no longer students, you are RSM alumni, and we are so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. I just wanted to let you know that you are now part of an alumni community that is global, and community and networks are ever more important. So please stay in touch with us, stay in touch with each other, and I look forward to seeing you again in the future.
have come to the end of our graduation ceremony today. A very unusual ceremony, I must say. But what is usual these days, actually? In the last 12 months, everything has changed. The way we live and the way we work. How will the world and the business look like in a few years from now? This is the question actually for you to find answers to. Because you are now the leaders of today. You will be shaping the future business landscape with the learnings of your Executive MBA and also with support of your peers and your best friends now. But before we conclude, let me introduce or invite Kaushik to this floor. He has a message for you.
Hi everyone, happy graduation. Hope you've enjoyed the event and thank you RSM, Pedro and others for their speeches. We're not through yet, we still have to get to part 2. We have an Oscars event at 8 p.m. where we hand out awards to winners chosen by you, followed by the famous pub quiz event. So, congratulations again, make sure you celebrate your graduation, get your snacks, your drinks, family together, and I'll see you again in 2 hours. Meanwhile, here's a little trailer for you to know what to expect. I'll see you soon, take care.
I wanna dream.
Some dream of falling in love.
I really like him. I think we have a real shot.
Others dream of galaxies far, far away.
The Force is calling to you.
And some dream of changing the world.
I invented the future.
But there is one night we all dream in gold.
And the Oscar goes to...
So before we close for today, of course, let's have a festive celebration. So as you have received few tools from RSM, I'm having here one in my hands. I hope you all do the same. So please make sure to remove the top of the package, but keep the thing on your finger. And as you have done so, and I'm struggling here, throw it to the camera. Thank you very, very much for being with us tonight. And make sure to celebrate tonight. Cheers to you. And to you.
Thank you for watching the RSM graduation ceremony.